Ladies and gentlemen, I am privileged to have you've heard of a double threat and a triple threat. This guy is a quadruple threat. I'm honored to have a filmmaker, an actor, a writer, and a director here. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Mr. Harley Wallen.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be on, especially, fellow filmmakers sitting down chatting film. It's going to be fun.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. We have a lot of people watching via Facebook.
Yep.
And we're going out to 11 cities right now. So
cool.
We are going out right this minute. So I just want to dive right into it. I always do this, Harley.
Let's do it.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, now, your movie, I was at one of your premieres.
Mm-hmm.
I was at the Taken Over premiere, right?
Our first premiere, we actually did moving parts first, but in editing, it took longer. It's a little bit more of a complex story, and we wanted to make sure we took our time and did it right. And Taking Over got done quicker, and we had it was a really good time. The premiere was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. It was packed in there.
It was. I was really surprised. We had 3 theaters, and it was kind of funny because Kyle.
Oh, you had 3 theaters?
Yeah.
Oh my God. That was...
So Kyle Sinclair, who was the manager who runs that one, comes up and he goes, "Congratulations, Harley! It's the biggest premiere we've ever had."
Wow.
And I said, "Wow!" And I was thinking out of all the indie films, and he goes,
Right.
"Yeah, I remember you were here for the Batman vs Superman. You were in that movie. They only had 2 theaters." And
Wow.
I was like,
"So wait a
You're
minute, Taking
comparing
Over
me-
actually,
we
outdistanced."
beat that premiere."
So you guys beat Batman versus Superman.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy. That is a tribute. I mean, and you were at the Imagine Theater, I believe, right?
Yep, Imagine Royal Oak.
Wow, I was fortunate enough to be in the theater. But why don't we do this? Why don't we allow the audience, the listening audience, to take a look at the trailer? Can we do that?
Let's do it.
All right, let's do that. All right, this is Moving Parts.
Oh, this is Taking Over.
This is Taking Over.
Well, let's do that when we were just talking about that premiere.
This is Taking Over, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
What'd you end up finding out? It's the sign of a fallen angel. They found the same drawing all over Randy's place. Its name is Mongol. It's a fallen angel of some kind that loves death and destruction and chaos, that kind of thing.
Look, there's gotta be some mistake because I would never do anything like this.
Are you insane?
No!
We have eyewitnesses.
Oh, come on!
What the hell is going on here?
I got no goddamn clue.
The greatest lie ever told is that the devil and his demons do not exist, but believe me, he's very real.
Hey, how do I get to Main Street from here?
Oh, it's just around the corner.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Ge mig makten att ta på dig.
This is it. I want this everywhere. Every bus stop, every train station, every officer, every airport.
How about that?
I like it. You know what? I love it because I was at the theater, right?
Yeah.
And I had no idea that you were the star of the movie, man.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. I sometimes I play a main character. Sometimes I play a supporting, but I had a calling for this role for some reason from when I wrote it, and I gotta say I really enjoyed playing it.
Well, tell people what it's about, because you were the star of, in my opinion, you had some great names. I saw T.J. Storm, right? And
TJ's amazing. He's coming back for my next film, which we can talk about a little bit later. But TJ's in there. Julie Klein is in there. You have Dennis Haskins.
Dennis Haskins, Saved from the Bell, right?
Yep, absolutely. He's been in 3 of my films now, so absolutely.
And quickly, I saw a lot of like local. It is some amazing local talent. Just looking at this trailer right here, I think I saw Mike Tremblay, Keena Reynolds. I saw quite a few people. Joe Piazza.
Joe Piazza, Chris Riley.
Chris Riley. Wow, man, great job. So what is the movie about? Great job. What is the movie about?
Thanks. So it's this one is fictional. It's a demon that lives within the main guy, Crow. That demon is a traveling spirit. So what he does is he takes you over, and then he magnifies through you. So Crow was a hitman, and when he got taken over, he decided he wasn't going to take people out himself anymore. He was going to infect other people so that they would kill for him.
So he would whisper like into their ear, and then they would just he would take over their consciousness.
And he really enjoys taking people that are not necessarily bad.
Right.
Because those are easy, low-hanging fruit. Why would he waste his time with them? So if you pay attention, most of the people that he take are people that are good people that want to do good, but are flawed. And I wanted that because I think, you know, the saying, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. And it's when you don't make a conscious choice of being good, I think sometimes we'll end up being like the people we hate in small bits and pieces. And I wanted a part of that in there.
So that's deep. That's just not, it's not something that you just arbitrarily threw together. That was something, a well thought out process.
Yeah, absolutely.
The script was great. I enjoyed it because I'll be honest, this was like, this was my first experience locally with local films that stood up. And I'm not trying to be too critical.
Yeah.
But I was looking for flaws because I think that's a default mechanism. But I saw it and I'm looking at it and I'm going, this film through and through is solid. And then it turned out to be a really, really good script. So kudos to you and team for that. So did you have help on the film? Who helped you with the film?
Absolutely. I mean, I have an amazing team. Trust me, I'm not that good myself. It's a collaboration. I have starting out. Nancy has been my right hand, left hand. She's been amazing at putting in a ton of work for me. Nancy Oswine.
Okay.
We essentially co-produce as far as assemble. Virtually everything from locations to we do casting calls together. We sit down and we do a lot of grinding. We pinch on each other's scripts and everything else. So we are. I think we are the. It started with me and Walbert.
Gotcha.
But Walbert has a day job and some other things that makes it a little harder for him to pull all those assets in. I'll tell you what he's doing for the next one because he's stepping up big. But
all right, good.
But it's me, it's Nancy, it's Walbert. My wife Katie is amazing at doing all kinds of little things to get locations out of nowhere, to get the designers. Like when I was telling you about the designer that just dressed Blanca, and now they're all over from just one little connection.
You guys go out and you piece together all the components for this film, getting designers to do things for. How did you go about getting the names, the T.J. Storm, the Dennis Haskins?
You could call the agents. I mean, that's it's a pretty gritty thing because first of all, most actors care about legacy and they care about their name and they care about the product a lot. So it was hard in the beginning because I didn't have anything to show. Gotcha. I mean, I'm a brand new director and they're looking at you saying, why would I be in your film? You can make me look bad.
Exactly.
So it took a while to even get them to even consider being a part. And then you got to get them the script. You got to get them excited about it. You have to get them to understand the vision. And I love Tarantino. He talks about casting. 90% of directing is casting. So that's the first
this is true.
part.
This is true.
And you'll you'll drive yourself crazy pulling your hair out of your head
Yeah.
when you cast the wrong person, because
Woo.
now you're trying to force a round peg into a square hole and it doesn't work.
And it's pretty. You're only as strong as your weakest link. So you try.
Oh.
In casting, the casting process, one thing I have learned is that you have to make sure that sometimes you have to take yourself out of the process because you are friends with a lot of people.
Yep.
And that just simply can't work when you're casting a film.
No, yeah, you have to wear the friendship hat has to be worn outside of work. So yeah, I absolutely agree. I think, but back to the team. So
Right.
and then I have Annette Sama and I have Nick Sorelli.
Okay.
They're all that's the core.
Okay.
And then now my cinematographer Mike Kettenbill, he's unbelievable. He
Wow.
is.
Wow.
He's a year out of MPI as a grad,
Wow.
and Justin Ward
Wow.
and Kayla Richardson, they're kind of tag teaming, gaffering and gripping, and they're unbelievable.
He had great audio.
Truthfully, that's Walbert. Walbert decided that he was going to take care of that one. We did a film, me and Walbert together, before all of this. We had pretty much the money out of our own pockets.
Okay.
We found a way to make a movie.
Yeah.
And we realized, because we mounted the mic a lot on the camera, and we realized that the audio was terrible, and
Wow.
and we said we got to find a way to fix that. And Walbert says, you know what, I'm gonna take that one, and
Gotcha.
he has been the reason that we have
Okay.
really, really good audio since.
And if you don't get good audio, an entire project can
it's
be
done.
ruined.
Yep.
Yeah, I
Right
just
now-
went through a similar experience with my project. Boy, it was
Takes a
embarrassing.
lot of money to fix it.
Absolutely,
Takes a lot of money to fix it.
Yeah, to the tune of too much.
Yeah.
So now the one model that I like, you have you guys produce pretty much. See, some people will make a film and they'll disappear for 3-4 years.
Yep.
You guys make, if I'm correct, you guys make about 1, 2, 3 films a year.
3 a year is the pace we've gone the last 2
Wow.
years.
Wow. Now, how is that possible?
I have really, really hard work ethics on myself. I spent the last 20 years climbing corporate ladders,
Wow.
and I've been, between being at Bally's, running virtually the entire Midwest for them,
Okay.
being at the YMCA, running, the entire state or the entire metro area.
Wow.
And I just function like that. I'm not happy unless I'm working. So I need to move. I need to grind. I need to
Right.
work.
Of course,
and now
of
I
course.
found something that I love doing. I mean, I'll be honest
You
with
love
you. I
making
love
films?
making films to the
Oh my
point
God.
that I could step out of acting. And my first love when it comes to the
Yeah.
arts is
Yeah.
acting.
Oh my God.
And I would say right now,
And you're a good actor. I want to say great, but that word is overused.
It
But
is.
you are a really good actor. You are so. I always say this, Harley.
Mm-hmm.
I always say the sign of a good actor, a really good actor, is number one, you forget that the guy is acting. He's so believable, right? And number two, which I think you encompass, is you.
I know what
you
you're gonna
make
say.
you make the audience dislike you, right?
Yeah.
You make because I hated you, man, in this movie taking over.
Yeah, it
but
wasn't
then,
pleasant.
But then again, that's a sign of being a great actor. Yeah.
Thank you.
So,
I
yeah.
appreciate. I love acting, and it's one of them things that when if for some reason I couldn't act anymore, if for some reason I couldn't direct or make films anymore, I would love to coach and help other people fine tune and work their instruments, because I see so many people and they don't know what to do.
Right.
There's a bit of a shortage of good acting coaches in schools, and most people they're looking for a trick or something, and
Right.
it doesn't exist.
It does not exist.
You have to work. It's the craft. It's the art. You have to work.
Trial by error. It is you need those mentors in this industry. But I think the industry is so competitive. It's rare to see someone like you who's willing to give
It's not
back.
competitive. This
But
is
that's
where
the mentality
I
that people have,
know,
but they don't
I
understand it.
know.
It's not about competing with each other.
No, let me ask you this. So you've made films and you've had multiple actors in them that I had in my films.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So if my film takes off, your film is more likely to take off. If your film takes off, my film is more likely to take off.
Exactly.
Now we have Mike Tremblay.
Right.
Now he
Yeah.
gets a name.
Yeah.
Now we bring him back in because
Exactly.
he's starting to build his brand. And then we
I love
are
it.
in this together.
I love it. Take me through your next film, Moving Parts. I want to watch that trailer. Let's take a
Moving
look.
Parts, I would say up against the Artificial Loyalty that we're shooting right now is probably still my best script.
Wow.
The twist, the turns. I love when I sit down into a seat and watch a movie. And I'm surprised because it's so rare. Because usually I watch a movie, I'm like, I know it's, and I usually do this to my wife. I'm like, let me tell you how it's gonna go. And she's like, no, don't tell me. Okay, so tell me. And I'm right all the time.
Exactly.
Because the films are so predictable. Moving Parts, I have yet to hear anyone say that they predicted any of it.
Well, let's take a quick look. Let's let the audience take a quick look. Guys, Moving Parts.
All right, here we go.
I believe my husband is cheating on me.
What makes you say that?
Hey.
Can you still do full checks?
Sure, man. What's up?
Do me a favor, run one on Kevin Prescott.
I already told you, boss. I don't have the money. Someone took it.
I don't care.
Do you ever feel like just disappearing?
What do you mean?
Getting away from everything?
It's about a cop who made a judgment call in the heat of the moment. And if that perp had a gun, he'd be dead now instead of under investigation.
You just can't shoot people.
So what can I do for you?
Just a few questions.
Sure. Do I need my lawyer?
I can't do anything right with you fucking with my head the way you do. You're fucking crazy.
Bad day, huh?
So what's the scoop?
A couple of goons came after her and her husband, and they're definitely professionals.
Well, we're gonna keep her safe.
This is unfucking believable.
We'll get him next time, boss.
Next time? There won't be a next time.
I'm bringing in Cross. So we spy us all on one fucking guy?
I guess so.
Outside.
Go back inside.
I'm afraid I can't do that.
Maybe I can help you.
Angela.
A great movie.
It's lots of twists and turns, amazing performances. I actually directed that one with Jerry Hayes.
Okay.
And he's still a part of what we do. Mostly behind the scenes. He's a great bouncing board for me. So when I write my script, he's one of the first people that I send it to, and he'll tell me truthfully what he thinks and feels about it, and what characters are good, which ones lack.
Right.
You know, so he's really, really good. But we directed that one together, and we heard from everybody going into it that you direct a movie together usually ends up with a friendship being gone, and we both vouched that we would step out of each other's way.
You guys would maintain.
Well, we said, so we're shooting pretty much every Friday, Saturday, Sunday for 10 weeks or 8 weeks or whatever it was, and he would run half of the days, and I would run half of the days.
Wow.
And I would respect him when he directed his days, even if he made choices that I wouldn't have made, and that he would do the same. But we met probably
now. Jerry
20
plays.
times.
He plays the command, the chief in the Taking Over, right?
Yes, he does.
Okay.
He plays
Jerry Hayes.
Yep. Okay. And he plays actually a police chief in Artificial Loyalty, the one that we're shooting right now as well. He's got Internal Affairs. He plays in Moving Parts. Moving Parts, in my opinion, is really special. Ended up with an amazing distributor in Freestyle Releasing that's taken that one over. So I'm really excited to see what they're going to do with the film.
Wow.
They're still they're a big distributor, so they're still kind of feeling it out to see where exactly they're going to take it. So
distribution
I think that film tricky, man.
Distribution is very important for the success of a film, though. It is very. So now, have you guys gotten to a point where you guys are monetizing your films? Are you beginning to get to that point? Because the majority of the issues that people have, and people are watching this right now, they make films, but they don't make money off the films, and which is always tough to go back and do another movie when you didn't make didn't make a profit, generate a profit from that film. So have you guys got a model together where you're starting to make money on the films?
Well, I think the first thing is to control your budget, and that's the biggest thing, because if you overspend as you're making the film, it's almost like you know the price of an iPhone or whatever. So if you have one and you're trying to sell it and you're asking for twice as much as everybody else, you're not going to sell it.
Not going to sell it, right?
So keep your expenses down. For me, I almost lost my house trying to build this thing. Not having enough money to pay myself to make the film. I paid everybody else, and I'm still nowhere near the highest paid guy still to this day on my productions. So
I say hello because
really
I know exactly what you mean. Go ahead.
I try really hard to control that how much we're spending on the film. So at the end of the day, if I can make a film for $250,000 that looks like it's a $2 million film,
right? Then that's a plus, absolutely.
And the nice thing is, if I have enough faith to do that, then the back end money is going to come in, and then finally I'll get paid, and start catching up on the bills. You know, that's what I'm hoping to do. And
that's
we're starting to see the turn of between pretty big premiere screenings. But that money goes to the investors. Obviously, I don't see any of that.
So you guys, you've literally changed the name from premiere screening to what's your new name for it?
The distributors don't like you using the term premiere, because if you premiere a film, then it becomes used. It's like a car dealership. After you sign the title, now it's pre-owned, and now you lost $5,000 on the car.
So what would the new title be?
Oh, we call it a limited screening, and essentially we don't sell our tickets online or anything. We only sell it hand to hand,
by hand.
So that way it's a friends and family of the cast and crew screening. So it's a private event, and that keeps you away from calling it a premiere film,
right? Because that's not a good look from distributors, and
distributors don't like.
They don't like that.
No.
Because it's like a used pair of shoes.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yep.
So your next movie, I really like the trailer. It's Into a Dark Mind. Now, I noticed you had a big name in this one now.
Yeah, Tom Sizemore.
Tom Sizemore.
Love the dude. He's coming in, and God, he's coming in 10 days.
In 10 days.
He'll be in.
So he's coming back?
One. Yeah, coming back for the one that we're shooting right now.
Wow.
And he was electric. I mean, this guy still can, goodness Lord, he's a natural on the screen. The camera loves the hell out of this guy, and when you're an actor and you can bring all the mannerisms and all everything that you do with you into a character, and just be truthful on film like that. Like you said, forget that they're an actor.
Oh, absolutely.
That's him, man. I mean, to the extent that I've never seen it, and screen presence to where you look at him in real life.
Yeah.
And then you look on screen and you're like, is that
two different people?
The same guy?
Two different people.
Completely.
There's a switch that the great ones have. They turn it on, they turn it off. You know, it's weird because a lot of times I work stand-up. You know, and people expect you to be the comedian off stage.
Yeah.
You know, and then when you're on stage, you flip that switch.
Yep.
Great actors, great performers, musicians, everybody turn that switch on and off. So, and there has to be that separation of the two, because I've got to have my life, but then I have to have this life in front of the camera and entertain you people. But at the same time, I need to have my own space and my own So that's great. So you have Tom Sizemore. You have a few other names, right?
In that one, I have Tom Sizemore and Dennis Haskins back in again.
Okay, Dennis Haskins.
The one that we're shooting right now, we had, I don't even think we're going to have time for this, but the United Colors of Bennett Song was the film that we shot in between. We shot this summer, which is beautiful story. Actually, Lifetime is taking a look at that one right now, which
big. That's big.
I mean, if that goes through, then that'll be we'll probably go back into making some more romance and love and family movies after
rom-coms. that. Rom-coms is the new name. Why don't we do this? Let's take a look at the Sizemore clip. Can we do that? All right. I just want to make sure I'm grabbing the right one.
Yes.
You're a damn disgrace. This is the last time, you hear me? I'm not cleaning up after you anymore.
He is messed up, and there is nothing different that I could have done.
Do you have anything to hide?
I'm sorry.
Sorry. We received a tip that a girl got hurt here.
What?
Not right here.
We are in this.
We sent 2 officers to Justice Place. They found no body, no struggle, no sign of foul play.
No more being a hero.
Sometimes in life, a man's got to stand up for that man who can't stand up for himself, no matter what the consequences.
Make it look like an accident.
Let me out of here! I said that.
Let's go. Huh?
Don't worry, we'll get it back.
Hey, tough guy.
Yeah?
You never seen anything like me. Not ever.
Love that movie. I still really, really dig it.
I like that. I like everything about that. Tom Sizemore.
And Dennis, most people don't know this dude can act, man.
Make it look like an accident. Wow. He
Right?
delivered that line.
Oh God, he delivered,
that
and he's really good, man. I can't wait to see this one really get out there because Dennis delivered such an amazing performance in a role that most people would never see him in.
Really?
And for him to get this and to express this, it's going to open all kinds of doors for him in Hollywood, and he deserves it. I think people are going to see a whole new Dennis Haskins in this one.
You know, first of all, Harley, putting yourself in a film like this, of this magnitude, a lot of people will do that, but again, they can't hold the character. You can inject yourself into a project that you've written, and you can hold the character. You can hold up to the standard of that character. So a lot of people shouldn't be putting themselves in movies who can't really act just because it's their film. But kudos to you, because every time you're in your own film, you don't know it's your film, which is a sign of great acting.
Yeah, but it's also because I have an amazing team.
Right.
Because if I had to have ice in the back of my head when I go and act, I trust Michael with the camera. I trust Justin with the lights. I trust Nancy with the setting. I trust her with the set. I trust that everybody's done their part. So so after we've rehearsed and after I've approved the shots and we're happy with what we got, I can leave all of me and step right into my character.
Wow.
I don't have to have the baggage, and that allows me to have freedom.
Yeah.
If you looked at the first film, Deceitful, me and Wahlberg kind of co-directed that one, and I felt that I had a piece of me with me into my acting because I was still a little bit behind the scenes, and to be here now, be able to be free and go in and lay down a performance is awesome.
See, that's an amazing point you make about the team, because if not for the team, and the freedom part is so crazy because you want to be allowed to just be an artist and focus on the art itself, and you're team can alleviate all of the problems, all of the directorial issues, all those things that allow you to just be an artist.
Yeah.
Right. Congratulations on this film.
Thank you.
Really, really quickly, because we're running out of time.
Yeah.
Where is this film going, and what's the status? You had a premiere.
So this one, we had a premiere. It's another 3-theater thing at Imagine. That was an amazing night as well.
Okay.
And it was great. It got picked up by a really strong distributor, and they're still kicking the tires of exactly how to distribute this one as well.
Wow.
And this is Random Media, which is part of the Orchard, which is the indie division of Sony.
Gotcha.
So it's a big gun distributor here as well, that I believe is gonna give it a nice platform, and they're really working hard with me right now on getting the deliverables and making some tweaks to things that they want to see. So I believe that one is going to have really strong distribution.
Well, Harley, thank you so much. We've just actually really run out of time, and I hate that the time has gone so fast.
Yeah.
But thank you for not only making great films, but thank you for being like a role model, an example for people to, because you have a good model right now, and you have a great team. So continued success with your movies. We have to do a part 2.
Let's do that.
Two?
Absolutely.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, I am absolutely privileged and honored to have Mr. Harley Wallen in the building.
Thanks. All right. We're off the air.
Wonderful. Man, that was...
time just flew.
That time flew so fast.